Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a Rinoceronte. It's a tier 10 Italian heavy tank. It's located on the southeast corner of Arctic region, otherwise known as Mannerheim Line, and this one is under the command of Bain Samaj of DHELL, and he's in platoon with Sokol 897 and Bosinac 78. Game on! Well, it's an all DHELL plan game. Bosinac's the only one who's decided to pick a different tank. He's gone for the 121, but you can see Sokol is actually also in a Rinoceronte. Well, although this is an Italian heavy, the design is actually a German design based on the Panzer III, and it actually has a totally unmanned turret. All the crew are in the hull, and you can see various viewports along the way. Just got spotted by somebody over to his left. It's a 3-shot autoloader. The caliber of the gun is 127mm, firing standard APCR for 490 alpha, 268mm of pin, and with the heat rounds it's capable of 325mm, and they park themselves alongside each other, which is going to give that guy a fright. Yeah, 60 TP comes around the corner, his gun's not even ready, and now they're both unloading into him at the same time. And that's an Amarak. That is an Amarak. 1,188 hit points from that one, but they've got to load their mags now. It is a long reload sequence. The first shell is supposed to be 15.5 seconds. Second one, 6.5 seconds. Well, it's a variable time. As you know, the auto reloaders, they fire quicker if you load them, if you only fire a couple of shells. Okay, we've got a T110E5. Yes, 15.37 seconds, then 16.64, then 19.58. I think I've got those in the wrong order, but that's basically what it means. Now, these designs were actually from the 1960s and 1970s, and it was a very unconventional turret for shooting hull down, but it didn't actually go ahead. They were design stage discontinuation. Oh, good one on the turret there. Just as it came into view, the cupola, and he unleashed around directly into it and got it. Oh, the long slide into the water. Yes, you can get up. So many tanks have died in the water there. You get that annoying beeping as well as it's loading up the shells bit by bit. Now, the ammo capacity for this tank, I don't have that available here. I do remember it's something in the region of about 30 or 40 rounds, actually, I believe, but I don't know why I mentioned that, actually, because it's just not down on the paper that I had it in front of me. Somebody will put it up, or I'll look it up on Tanks GG later. It's just such an unusual tank, the Rinoceronte. Oh, well, suddenly poked his head round the corner, and then we got hit by a GW as well, GW E100. There's 2 RT on the enemy team. The other one is a T92 HMC. The enemy also a Rinoceronte. Okay, that AMX 13105 at the back. Can you get that? Yes, nice. Very thin armor on that thing, so easily go through those. His platoon mate just pulled back. Sokol wanted to reload, I think, and they're just loading themselves up with shells so they can push forward again. That's the problem with this pass. If it is, if there are tanks that you can see you, then the Arty can hit you. there is a weak spot just above the gun, a little flat plate, and that's where you should aim for if you can. You can get a shell in there. You can see it. It's right at the back of the turret, actually, not at the front. But he's going for the hull, and he gets him. Mind you, we did take a 911 hit points of damage from that Rinoceronte in 2 shots. So we are kind of depleted on hit points now. Only 401 there, but we're 3 tanks ahead of the enemy. And we kind of had the middle of the map, and they're in a bit of a precarious state at the moment. Some of them are just guarding their cap area, and they just lost their EBR 105. And you know what they say, the team that loses their EBR first is normally the one that loses. So we're fully loaded with shells ready to go. We're just not pushing forward yet. Oh, and Sokol's, well, he pushed forward and the Arty fired. He's been stunned. Now, as far as we know, there is, was a Super Conqueror around the corner. But in fact, actually, he's gone now. And in fact, they're down to 4 tanks. And the worst they've got is the Strib 103B and a Heshbon. They've lost one of their Arties already. And our guys are now moving around the north. So we could push. And if we did push right now, I think it would be the opportunity for us to get some damage. There's their Strib. He's fighting a rear guard on the guys who are coming around the north. And we can slot in from here. Oh, ricocheted. And in fact, now the Heshbon can be seen. He's guarding the south route from all the way up north. And Sokol's just got hit. And I think that was the 1375, 13105 rather. And yes, the 13105 got the kill on him as well. So we've lost both of our platoon mates. But the enemy's now down to just 3 tanks. And there's our 13105 moving in. And these guys, oh! The Heshbon just went down to our T92, which leaves only 2 tanks remaining. And I think now's the time to push, even though their Strib can't be seen. There he is. And we get the first one in. We get the second. Just empty the mag. Just use everything you've got. And he gets a kill. And now, obviously, he can move up because there's only 1 enemy left. It's the 13105. He's badly damaged. And this game is about to end. And that's it. It's over. We've got a victory. Here's the end of battle stats. That was the 2nd class tanker for Basemaj in the Rinoceronte. He managed to get a demolition expert because he blew up one of the tanks. He blew up the 60 TP as well as a sharpshooter for getting 10 or more consecutive hits on the enemy. And he also got a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, and he survived the battle, as well as a fire for effect for doing more damage to the hit points of his own vehicle, and a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 5 exactly in this game. But he also picked up 2 other medals, battle hero medals, because of course he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and the steel wall for blocking the most damage in that game. And his win rate in the end was 7,359, which is super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see he's definitely the highest damage with 5,303 hit points. Second highest was the STB1 on our team, 5,223. And the third highest was the AMX 13105 on our team with 3,129. You can see the other players on our platoon, or in our platoon, I should say. Well, unfortunately, Sokol actually only got 788 hit points of damage, and he was killed. And the other one was the 121 of Bostonak. He got 1,248 hit points and was killed. But when it came to Basemaj, he actually got the highest number of kills as well. But he shares it with the AMX 13105 and the GWE 100 on the enemy team. And when it came to second place, we can say it's the STB1 on our team and the AMX 13105 on their team. When it came to base XP, we can see we got second place on that one because the STB1 got 1,181. We got 1,017, but we're the only two tanks who managed to get over 1,000 base in the game. 929 went to the AMX 13105. He fired 15 rounds. Every round hit the target, but only 11 of them actually penetrated. 5,303 hit points, of which 1,098 were at more than 300 meters. 11 hits received from the enemy, only 3 of which penetrated. And you saw that it was the Rinoceronte actually got 2 of those right into the side of the hull. 7 non-penetrations and 3 hits by way of splash damage. 2,780 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 4 enemy vehicles spotted, 5 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and 1,319 hit points of damage spotting, or spotting assist, I should say. On a premium count, he actually made 72,870 credits from that game. He got 7 bonds because it was tier 10, and 8,390 experience points out of this one as well, and got a nice little GG out of it. So, yes, a reasonably good game. The Rinoceronte is kind of difficult to play because basically with a hold down turret like that, it's difficult for the enemy to hit anything that's a weak spot. But if they can see your hull, they'll fire straight through the hull because the hull doesn't have much in the way of armor. So, because the armor's on the hull, it's only 135 millimeters at the front. The turret is got 190 at the front, but of course, as I said, there's no crew in the turret. It's an unmanned turret, and the crew are all actually in the hull. And of course, the sides of the hull are very weak, 75 millimeters. So, yes, if a shell hits the side of this vehicle, it went straight through. In fact, you saw the Rinoceronte on the enemy team got 2 nice shots directly through Bainsmash's side. So, yes, can be quite difficult if you're up against somebody who's able to go hull down and put shells in through those weak spots. It does have 10 degrees of gun depression, but the problem is that, yes, it does suffer from shells through the hull. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.